Hey everybody, welcome to Coffee Talk, and on today's episode, we're going to talk about 5 questions you should ask before marriage.
So, what's something that you would have asked me before we got married?
Something I didn't ask that maybe I'm realizing I should have is how long it takes you to get ready every time we go somewhere or do a video. And I guess I'll ask the same question back, even though I'm sure there's nothing.
Yeah. I would say probably how long it takes you to go to the bathroom.
Yeah? Well,
Yeah, it's a little concerning. Okay, so the first question you should ask yourself is, are we going to have kids?
Well, ours was an easy answer because it was no.
Yeah.
It was a hard no.
Mm-hmm. As a blended family of 5,
yeah.
Me bringing 3, he bringing 2, we blended just perfectly.
Any more would have just been greedy. So.
Very true, yes. But in your situation, not having kids, it is important to understand with each other on your thoughts for the future, how many kids you're going to have.
Or you said not going to have kids, but it's very common as well. Yeah, we both happen to have kids, but what if she would have just had children and I wouldn't have? And she's like, nope, I've got 3, I'm done. And my thought was, well, I still want to have a child as well. I'm going to go through that experience. Yeah, well, yeah, and that would have been her response. But imagine how much tension and stress and possibly ended our relationship and marriage if you're in, not us obviously, but if you're in that situation where you had a child or your spouse had a child, the other one wanted one, the other one didn't,
yep.
That could actually be the reason your marriage ends.
So do not get married until you have this conversation and have an understanding.
Absolutely. This might be one of the most important ones out of the 5 we're gonna go over. But another thing with not just, are we going to have kids? We had kids. That was an easy one.
Discipline.
But, yes, the discipline. Because the way she was disciplining her children and I was disciplining my children, it was different. We were fortunate it wasn't too far off, but we did have to have talks. Like, okay, are you okay with doing this? Am I okay? Or a big thing these days, are you okay with spanking your children or not okay? I'm not saying it's a right or wrong way, but you need to be
on the same page.
Yeah.
Literally just being on the same page together before you discipline.
Yes. Exactly.
Depending on what it is that needs to be disciplined.
So question number 2 you need to ask yourselves is, where do we stand on money? So again, this is something that we talked about beforehand because we thought, along with kids and family, how you're going to handle money. Do you have debts? We talked about this on a whole other video of the importance of talking about money with your significant other. Do you know if your significant other has credit card debt? Are they owe on their car? Student loans, financial goals. That's something we talk a lot about.
Yes, very important.
Yeah.
Not everybody, wants to financially take care of 5 kids. I feel like we're doing it pretty well.
Right. Yeah, we're doing a pretty okay job.
How many kids can you afford to take care of?
Right. How many kids? Well, again, that circles back to the kids thing. How many kids do you want to have?
Yes.
Do you financially want to take care of that many kids? Do you want to take care of? Do you have to take care of your parents?
And then also too, with the money is like spending habits. What kind of spending habits do you have?
It's a biggie.
I like to shop and spend a little more freely.
Yeah.
You can expect that with
buying the
females.
same, black shirts all the time, and shopping's not important to me.
Yeah.
But again, it's not
money hack right there, guys. Just buy black t-shirts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's not that there's a wrong way or a right way. It's just you need to be on the same page. So money. So we got kids, money. The third one is going to be your personality styles. Again, it's not that there's a right and wrong, but it's knowing. Does she know that Cameron can be very analytical and wants to have these deep conversations, and Stephanie's more emotions and wants to talk about stuff.
Super excited all the time.
Super excited all the time, very bubbly.
But then when you don't match my excitement, then I'm like,
yeah. Hey, just talking about it, figuring it out. A good thing is, again, me talking analytical on you, is have you taken a disc profile test to see how the other one is with things.
Yeah.
Or if you're like, that sounds insanely boring, I'm not doing that. A book that we really like is the 5 Love Languages? The 5 Love Languages. That is a great book to figure out.
So much.
Yeah, how is her personality type going to want to receive love and give love, and how is mine? So it's a good way of figuring out your personality types. And then next one, what do we got here? Number 4.
Yep, religion.
So
what are your views on religion? That is a really big one, and it can divide a lot of people, a lot of friends,
What was the
in
show we were just
relationships.
watching the other day that I'm now regretting even admitting we were watching? The dating thing. Love is Blind.
Love is Blind.
Love is
Oh
Blind.
my
That's what broke that couple up on the show. He was
She
an
was
atheist.
very religious.
Very religious. So
He was not.
most people you might think, well, I'm not that far in on any spectrum, but still finding out how are you someone that does regularly attend a church service, or are you someone that has just not grown? How were you brought up? Maybe you just weren't brought up that way. And is that something you're going to be okay with? Being, going along with the other person, and okay, I'm okay with seeing stuff from your point of view, and just having the conversation.
Yes.
And then wrapping it up to number 5, this is also can be a really touchy subject, is
In-laws.
in-laws. Yes, what boundaries are you going to set with in-laws? Are you going to find out when you're already married that you just married someone who's a mama's boy and can't do anything without his mother or parents' permission? And you are very much like, nope, this is us. This is our family, our household. We talk about this. You don't need to go run to your mom every time something happens. Or just how much do you want, the parents to be involved with babysitting and helping
family
out?
time is very important to us. So we like to designate one day a week for family time for in-laws to come over and hang out.
It's again, how much involvement, how close. Like some people may be like, yeah, I want to live right down the street from my parents. Okay. Do I want to live right down the street from his parents though? So again, just having this conversation, and some of these are going to be very uncomfortable. And you may know as we're saying this, like, oh my gosh, yeah, I am not looking forward to having a conversation, or I'm never having a conversation about how I wish, her mother, his mother wasn't in the picture as much because they're just trying to run our lives. But if you don't have it, it's going to linger, it's going to fester, and it's going to make things
It will
even
cause
worse.
issues. I know lots of people.
Yeah. And
They can't stand their in-laws. Luckily, we are not that way.
yeah, luckily we're not that way, but again, we know our situation's not everyone's situation, so have the uncomfortable talk, whether it's about kids, money, what we got, personality styles, religion, in-laws. Talking about all this stuff in the beginning will make things so much easier. Or you may find out maybe this isn't the person, it sucks to say, but maybe this isn't the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with, because they're a lot different than I thought when we were in the fun dating stages, and everything was, this is why I hate those shows
Living
like Love is
together
Blind
before
and
we get
Bachelor,
married.
because it's not real life. Yeah, the test
Live
trial.
together
I know,
before you get
everyone's
married.
not gonna agree with that, but the test trial thing, like we did, living together.
Rent first, don't go buy a house first. That makes it more complicated.
Yeah, don't do that. That's horrible. That's horrible advice. Don't buy a house together. But anyway, but yeah, don't shoot for perfect. We're still working at things. Again, even though on these videos it's like everything's all happy and fun, we're still working on things. So don't shoot for perfect, or you're gonna be let down, disappointed. I saw you did something. But yeah, you'll just be setting yourself up for an unattainable goal. If you're like, I need us to be perfect in all these categories, you're gonna be searching for a unicorn. So yeah, just try to make the relationship the best you can and touch on these topics.
Open communication with these topics.
Open communication.
Yes.
That's a really good one. But yeah, we hope these topics were something that you guys feel you can implement in your relationship and talk about. If there's something you feel that maybe we missed that's really important you should talk about, drop it in the comments below. And if not, we will see you all in the next Coffee Talk. See ya.
A little bit louder, just a little bit.
Like that. Stretch out them vocal cords.
That's a great sound bite.